Hello everyone, I am Anil and I am present here by taking the topic of law. In this video, I am going to talk about the general meaning and definition of law along with the different definition given by different jurists as per their views, idea, philosophy and psychology. And in this video I am also going to talk about the legal terminology which is used in the legal field. So here we are going to start our topic. Introduction to law. The law is derived from the Latin word lex, which means sometime which lies fixed, or evenly in other words sometime it is uniform. In which condition it is fixed or uniform means if any law is fixed for punishment in any crime, then it is not going to change in the same nature of crime. If there is 6 year imprisonment, 6 to 10 year imprisonment for murder, then it is not going to be 10 to 20 years until and unless the law is being changed. So it is also uniform, but in the nature the law is dynamic because it gets changes over the time. As the time changes, as the development seen in the society, the law also changes as per that changement in the society. Law is also a social science which is closely related with the society and fulfill the basic requirement of the society. Actually, law is essential in order to run the society in a appropriate path or good path for achievement of justice, and this law helps to fulfill all the basic element, all the basic requirement which is necessary for the society to bring the justice in the society. The term in Hindu system it is called dharma. Law is also regarded as dharma in the Hindu law. Similarly, hukum in Islamic system, jus in Roman, droti in France, writs in Germany. If we see, the religion people also follow the law not due to the fear of government but due to fear of God. They believe in God and they believe that if anyone will not follow the law, they will be punished, they will be penalized by God when they will die. So they also follow these laws, dharma, hukum, jus, droti or writs in a strict sense. Law is a body of rules which govern human conduct and maintain peace and peace in the country by regulating human action. Law creates many rules and regulation. Law has many rules and regulation which is essential for maintaining peace in the society, which is essential for maintaining security in the society, for the regulation of human conduct, for the regulation of life of human being, for the proper development of human being. Law is a rule made by authority for the proper regulation of human behavior in the society, as the legislature make the law or the supreme authority having body make the law, or we can say government is made to make the law for the mutual benefit of the people and also for the development of country. Hence law is a product of state action, means it is created or it is made by the state or government as per the need of people, by taking the consent of people as the being representatives of people. Law is an instrument of society for ensuring justice. Every law's aims is to establish justice in the society. So it has law has also become an instrument to maintain the justice in the society, to ensure the justice in the society. Law is a set of rules, regulation, social obligation, norms, standards, and ethics that every individual of society has to follow. Law includes these all rules, regulation for the benefit of people, society. So law has also become the important, or has taken the place in the society. Without law, the society cannot manage all the requirement things which is essential for governing the social behavior in the society. Law is inevitable weapon of a state which is necessary for and security of the society. By taking the help of nature only, the state or the government can maintain the peace and security in the society. So this law has become the inevitable weapon in the society. There is no any universal acceptance definition of law, because so every jurist philosopher has given the definition of law as per their views, ideas, and philosophy. Salmon says that law is a body of principle recognized and applied by state for administration of justice. This law is a body of principle which is recognized in the administration of justice, applied in the administration of justice, in order to give justice to the people, in order to maintain justice in the society. Austin says that law is a command of sovereign and backed by sanction. He says that law is a command of sovereign. Law is a command of authority, the supreme body, and if anyone is not following that law, then there comes sanction, that is punishment. He will be punished as per the law. Holland says law is a general rule of external human action enforced by political sovereign authority. According to him, it is a general rule of external human action which is implemented, enforced, or made by political sovereignty, political sovereign authority for maintaining the peace and security in the society. Holland was from the analytical school of law. Carl von Savigny, he says that law is a rule of human action and conduct sanctioned by national uses. According to him, the one who not follow the law will be penalized by national uses, as made in the national uses, as the punishment denoted in the national uses. Roscoe Pound, the law is a body of principle recognized, enforced by public and regular tribunal in the administration of justice. This definition of law considered law as an instrument of social change and social engineering, as like lawyer as a social engineer. He says that law helps to reduce the dispute of the society and helps in the interest for the people. And he says that lawyer are the engineer who helps to bring the least friction and least waste in maintaining the social behavior or maintaining the good relationship in between people in the society. Alpian says that law is an art or science of what which is equitable and good, to differentiate goods and bad. Law helps to declare that. Green says that law is a system of right and obligation which the state enforce. The rights and obligation are mentioned in the law which is enforced by the state. Hegel, law is the abstract expression of the general will existing it for itself. Plato opines law is the finding of reality, the real events, real facts, real punishment also comes in the law. Blackstone, law in its most general and comprehensive sense signifies a rule of action, whether animate or inanimate, rational or irrational. Vinogradov, law is a set of rules and imposed and enforced by a society with regard to distribution and exercise of power over persons and things. Oxford Dictionary, laws are the whole system of rules that everyone in the country or society must obey. According to Oxford Dictionary, this is the law is the collection of rules which is must followed in the country or society by each and every individuals. Black's Law Dictionary defines law as a rules which must be obeyed and followed by citizens subjected to sanction or legal consequence. HLA Hart, law as a general law is a system of rules. The primary and secondary rules, their union or combination may justly be regarded as the essence of law. The primary rules according to Hart are duty imposing and secondary rules are power conferring. Chanakya, who is mainly from the religion, who is mainly from the religious legal system, who believes in religion, says that law is a dharma which must be followed by people, and government or king will be responsible for maintaining order in the society. The religion people believes in dharma, and that dharma has converted into law. That dharma is law, and for maintaining the security in the society, for maintaining the peace in the society, for maintaining the order in the society, government and king will be responsible for that. And Narad said that the remembrance of Shruti is Smriti, and the rule contained in Smriti along with the rule for social, economic and political changes are law. According to him, Shruti, the remembrance of Shruti is Smriti. Shruti means whatever the sages has heard from the God, the knowledge which gained by sages from the God is known as Shruti, and in that knowledge there comes the rules and regulation for governing the society, for governing the social behavior, and that the remembrance of Shruti is Smriti, and these all rule contained in Smriti becomes the law, and it also make the rules for social, economic and political changes in today's world. So he also says that the king will be responsible to make the law and also to punish the offender who do the wrong work. The different meaning of law may be classified according to the different aspect as per from the view of society. Law means justice, morality, reason, order, as and so on. From the view of legislature, law means statute, act, rules, regulation, order and ordinance. From the viewer of judge, law means rule of court, judgment and order of court. From the view of decree holder, law means rights and remedies. From their own place they have defined the law in their own sense. S.R. Maineni has classified the meaning of word law as following. He has classified the meaning of law, not the law. He has not classified the law. He has classified the meaning of law. Now, law means justice, morality, reason, order, righteousness, etc. from the view of society. As from the views of society, we see society. Law means statute, acts, rules, regulation, order, ordinance, etc. from the point of view of legislature. And from the views of judge, law means rules of court, decree, judgment, order of court, injunction, etc. Legal terminologies. Now, the legal terminologies which is used in the legal field: court. Court is the place where the individual can file a case to get justice, to solve the problem whenever he or she wants, whenever he or she is in trouble, he or she can get the help of court. Ain, the law promulgated by legislature parliament, is known as ain. It is the supreme legislation under which other rules and regulations are based. For example, evidence act. But above this ain there is constitution. This ain is promulgated by legislature for the benefit of the people as well as country, in order to secure the rights and duties also. But if the laws mentioned in the ain and the laws mentioned in the constitution is controversial, then this ain will be repealed. Some example can be the Evidence Act 2031, Human Trafficking Act, District Court Act, Supreme Court Act. Niyamavali. Any rules and regulation by laws made under supreme legislation is called Niyamavali. It is also called delegated legislation or subordinates. It is the combination of rules and regulation which should be followed under the ain, under the act. And there are some Niyamavali like Supreme Court Regulation Act, regulation, Supreme Court Regulation, District Court Regulation, ordinance also known as adhyadesh, the law made by president regarding any specific issue that is to be executed for a certain period of time is called ordinance. It is short term, as usually made in the absence of parliament session. When there is the absence of parliament or end of parliament, and if the law is necessary to make, then the executive body can make and give to the president to approve that ordinance, and president will approve that ordinance, and after the approval of ordinance by president, it becomes the law, and it will be valid for 60 days, and also it can be converted into law when the parliament sits and approved it as a law. Advocates is a person who designated license for practicing law for representing party in the court of law are lawyers. Advocate is also known as the lawyer who pleads in the courts on the behalf of his or her client in order to keep all the information or the proof which is regarding any cases in front of judge in order to give justice to his or her client. Senior advocate, advocate or the lawyer who have practiced the legal practice for 15 years can get the license of senior advocates from the Nepal Bar Council. Judge, a person who adjudicate judges, gives decision in the court of law is judge. A chief justice of Nepal heads all the judge of Nepal. Judge is a person who gives justice by listening to both parties in the courts. Tribunal, a body except the court with the power to adjudicate, dissolve, dispute, is called tribunal. Tribunal is also known as a special court where the issues is also, the dispute is also solved. For example, forest department. Quasi judicial bodies Quasi-judicial bodies means any administrative body that function both administratively and judicially is quasi-judicial body. The body is usually under the control of executive and also partially function as a decision-making body where provided by law. It is also known as the executive body having the judicial authority. Executive body having judicial authority, which do not follow all the rules and regulation, all the facts which is followed by judiciary, but also helps to solve the problem and also the handle the cases where the punishment cannot be given for imprisonment more than 6 months. Registrar or Sreshtadar, he is the head of court who register the any cases which has come in the court for file, and he also looks over all the administration of the court. Bench or ijlas, the division of court where hearing of the case takes place with designated judge is called bench. In a court there can be many benches, and where the judge sits and listen to the both clients and give decision, that place or in that room is known as bench or ijlas. Pesi, the date allocated by the court for judiciary procedure is called pesi. It is the date provided by bench itself and includes all the proceedings such as evidence examination, witness examination, lawyer presentation, decision, etc. The specific date is provided to both parties. Pesi means the date which is given to both of the parties to come in the court for the further hearing in any cases, for giving the decision by examining all the witness examination and also the presentation of the lawyer, and by hearing to both parties the decision is given at last. Bahas, the presentation of lawyer in the specific issues in the court is known as bahas. The debate on any cases done between the two lawyer, two advocate in any particular cases is known as bahas. Anusandhan, the investigation of facts in any issue, any crime or any cases, the full investigation is known as anusandhan. Abhiyojan, a process of claiming the accused of any charges after the FIR is registered and the investigation is done. The government attorney makes this make the abhiyog patra against the accused and make file in the court. Faisla, the judgment which is given by the court from the court after listening to all the parties, after the discussion of lawyer and by examining all the evidence, at the last faisla decision is given to the client, that is known as faisla or decision. Firat patra, if the right is violated of any person, he or she file a complaint in the court, that is known as firat patra. Prati uttar patra, the letter which is brought by the defendant after the firat patra is registered in the court by taking his or her opinion about the firat patra is known as prati uttar patra. Sakshi, the person who either see or feels the incident is called sakshi. The person who have seen the incident or cases either by his eyes or listened from any other is known as sakshi. Waris, the representatives of parties. If any parties is unable to go to the court for further hearing, then he or she can send a representatives on the behalf of his or her. That representative is known as waris. The waris can be ordinary or special also. Thank you.